Yeah, baby. Here we are. It's Wednesday. We are live, 5:35 in the p.m. 5 minutes late. Why? Because I'm a comedian. We're always a few minutes late. Welcome to the program. Hopefully you are home, sitting on your couch or in front of your computer, whatever you're doing. I mean, hopefully you're not in your car watching this on your phone on the mount. You know, that is dangerous. We don't want that.
Flag on the play.
Don't do that.
Yeah.
I mean,
That's a flag on the play.
Yeah. If you're doing it, welcome. But you shouldn't.
That's a flag
bad.
on the play.
Phone lines are open 727-592-8518. And of course, the chat is popping. We're on all the different outlets. I'm on two different Facebook pages, Bucs Report, the Johnny B page, Johnny B fan page. We're trying to get it out everywhere. So make sure you pound the share button. And let's talk Bucs football, man. We got about an hour with each other. We're going to break down that game from last Thursday night against the Cowboys a little bit, but we're moving on from that. And then, of course, we're talking Dirty Birds, baby, this Sunday. We'll make some predictions on it, who we think are offensive MVP and our defensive MVP, and even a bold prediction or two. I've got all mine planned out. I also have a meltdown that is part of the show, something that's got me pissed off that I'll get off my chest. You guys can do the same. So hop on in. I'll start saying hi to some of you folks as you're hopping in. Yes, the Bucs are 1-0, baby. I mean, was it a pretty win? Look, to me, all wins are pretty. I don't understand ugly win. Oh, I don't. And look, if you're the loser, Dallas fans, I don't want to hear no shit about moral victory. I don't know how you guys feel about moral victories. I'm not a fan. You either win or you lose. That's the bottom line. So let's see here. Just got off work listening to you in Facebook in my truck. Of course you are, Ben. Yes. Safety first. Wrong button. I meant this one. Oh, I hope that wasn't too loud in your ears. What's up, baby? Big Dizzy Dean. Look at this guy rocking it. One of my old buddies from in the old school days. 2-0. I think we all kind of feel confident about this game coming in. We'll talk more about it later. We'll break it down, you know, some numbers and things like that. I think we all feel better after what we saw the Eagles do to Atlanta last week. So, I mean, we'll get into it. If you'd like to hop on with me, the chat is wide open. And of course, you can hit me up on the phone line, and also put a link for the StreamYard. If you want to hop your stupid face on the screen with me, come on in, bitches. Yeah, why not? I'm in a great mood. Pop on. Who cares? I don't. I mean, I do. All right, I'm in a weird mood, okay? Sorry, I've had 9 coffees today. Things are great. Everything's going wonderful. Make sure you hit me up on all the social media. Please, I do appreciate that too. You can see links down in the social media little things here. If you look on the little sidebars, all that stuff, Twitter at Johnny B Comedy. Pretty much everything else is Johnny B Tampa. Instagram, TikTok, and all that, Johnny B Tampa. But Johnny B Comedy is my old school Twitter, and I can't change it because somehow I got one of those blue checks on there, and if you switch it, they take away your blue check. And I'll be damned if I'm going to take away the blue check. So hop on. Make sure you interact it. And if you're a Bucs fan, if you listen or support BucsReport.com, I will follow you back. I promise. Even if your Twitter is shit, I will follow it back if you're supporting this show. And, of course, if you're a Bucs fan in general. And some of you, you're weird. All right? It's fine. You know you are. It's okay. But I will do it. I have to be careful right now, though, because Saints fans are after me again. I know. All right, look. I gave them a chance to get their power back on and to clean things up and what have you. Find out, if they found their grandparents, if they'd been eaten by alligators or not, things like that. But I'm still going to talk shit about the Saints. Sorry, I hate them. I hate the Saints. Okay, it's going to happen. Oh, look at Big Dirt Wally. Get ready to load the smoker up. What's up, Johnny B? This guy, the pit master at Wicked Oak Barbecue and a good buddy of mine. I'm coming by tomorrow, Derek. I'm coming by to get some food. I hope you're there tomorrow. Okay. Let's see here. ESPN ranking is a joke. Got a second to the Chiefs. ESPN sucks. All right. If you don't know that by now, They're a garbage. All right. ESPN, they're the CNN of sports. They try to hit all these little sensitive things, anything like trigger you to talk about things. And they suck out loud. They really do. Really, they've jumped the shark so many times, and they don't like Tampa. They don't like they don't like Florida, honestly, but they have shit on the Bucs forever. Even while we're winning Super Bowls, they shit on us. They shit on the Rays. I don't know if you noticed that. I mean, do you remember last year when the Rays beat the Yankees and they put on the prompter, Yankees lose? They didn't put Rays win, but every other team that won their divisional playoffs in baseball, they said that team won. Houston won. Dodgers win. But they didn't say Rays win. They said Yankees lost. So ESPN sucks. They really, really suck. B-Hole reporting for duty. Thank you, sir. If you guys aren't aware, I have a radio show Monday through Friday right here in beautiful Tampa Bay on 102.5 The Bone. Monday through Friday, 9 to midnight. Tonight, it's 10 to midnight. Wednesdays, I go on a little late because we have my buddy Dom Ferriello does a show from 8 to 10. But yeah, my listeners call themselves B-Holes. So hop on in, be a B-Hole like Will here. He's obviously a good guy, and you want to B-Hole. You want to be a B-Hole like Will. That's hard to say real fast. Let me get back to the chat here. I'm trying to get better at producing and talking at the same time. It's not easy. At night, I got my guy Will Kuntz. He does all the technical stuff for me. He's the man, guys. Okay. I did create another song for this week. I'm going to try to do one every week. I got to tell you, it's not easy, guys. Writing a parody song about the other team or the other city we're playing, and then recording it, and then editing it, doing harmony tracks for this crap. And this week's was really tough. You'll notice there's some glitches in the harmony where they don't quite match up. I'm sorry. I'm not a music producer. Okay. I'm a comedian and a radio host and a pretty good barbecue chef. But besides that, okay, I'm a singer. I do that too. But besides all that, I'm not a music producer. I know music producers, but I'm not going to bother them every week for a damn parody. What are we talking about? The Chiefs are 100% better than the Bucs. Hey, troll, what are you doing in here? Hold on. 100% better than the Bucs? I mean, your math's a little skewed. I mean, let's say they are better than the Bucs. 100%? I mean, I don't know, Justin, where you were February 7th. I don't know if that date is even still ingrained in your memory if you're a Kansas City fan. A pretty good day for the Bucs. And I don't know about, the Chiefs being 100% better. Hell, that day, they weren't even close. Do you remember that day? 31-9? It's a pretty good day for the Bucs. So, Justin, respectfully, suck it. All righty, moving on, folks. Well, this guy really is a piece of doo-doo. Oh, my God. All right, we got it. We got to address this. All right, and then I'll probably just block this guy. What? What is wrong with CNN, you white supremacist? You, sir, are a fucking moron. You're a moron. All right? How does that make me a white supremacist? Because I think CNN tries to trigger people. Okay? First of all, this isn't a political show. And all the news outlets do it, okay? All corporate media does it. All right? Do you feel better? And calling me a white supremacist, I swear, all right, I hope you live around here. I hope you do with that attitude. What a scumbag. All right. I don't even have time to block you right now. I'll let you sit in the chat and let all of the Bucs fans roast your ass on the side. Would you like that? Fine. There you go. And then I'll block you later, you piece of doo-doo. What a complete scumbag. This is what's wrong with society today. We have a sports program. Sports is supposed to take us away from all the BS, and there's a ton of it right now. All right. There's so much division in the world right now. I mean, you can see this Justin douche, who's trolling on an internet radio show. I mean, he is a perfect example of what's wrong with society. Perfect example. He's humping in. He's talking about how the Chiefs are better, trying to, hijack the show and piss me off. And I laughed at him because he's an idiot, And then because I said ESPN is the CNN of sports, do you not get the reference? The point is they're inaccurate and they suck. So eat a ball sack. Calling me, how does that make me a white supremacist? You piece of doo-doo. Hey, Brandy, what's up? Look at her. There you go. There's somebody with access to good barbecue. Yummy. All righty. Moving on, folks. Let's talk about the Cowboys game real fast. And you guys can hop on 727-592-8518, or of course, hop in the chat. Now, what concerned you about the Cowboys game, and what kind of gave you a positive feeling leaving that game after you watched that game, or if you were at the game, which I should have been at the game? I had a gig and it fell through last minute, hosting a watch party. So I ended up watching it at home, listening to stupid Chris Collinsworth, which not a good time at all. Not. Let's see here. And the Chiefs, that's why he's listening to your show. Oh, okay. Fine. That's good. I don't get it. Like, I hate a lot of things, but I don't go to their thing just to troll their thing. Does that make sense? Like, that's a waste of energy. I got a lot of stuff going on. Why would I want to waste my energy being a dickhead? It's very bizarre. It really, really is. Anyway, most concerning, the defense. Let's talk about that, Will. Okay, good. Yeah. Look, let me make some excuses, all right, for the Bucs real quick. But this is kind of a blanket excuse for every defense in the NFL. I don't know if you noticed, a lot of them look bad week one, all right? You could break down a lot of defenses that normally are very respectable, and they had shaky week ones. And the reason is it's week one. Traditionally, it takes defenses, 2, 3, 4 or 5 weeks sometimes to start really getting their shit together. There's a lot of complexity when it comes to defensive adjustments and just chemistry as a whole. So I'm not too concerned on that front. And I'll also say this, credit to the Cowboys. They really had a good plan for the Bucs that night, last Thursday night. I mean, people need to just stop trying to give Kellen Moore, or whatever his name is, their offensive coordinator, just stop giving him a head coach job already. After week one, you see that? He's the hottest head coaching candidate. All right, maybe let the guy coach for the rest of the year and see how the Cowboys end up. But they had a good game plan. How do you neutralize a great pass rush? They had 2 things that they did: quick passes, screen passes, and blatantly holding everybody on our defensive line, knowing that the referees weren't going to call a holding every damn play. They just can't. The game will never end. And I'm not that fan that complains, about the referees every damn play. But I've watched that game 3 times. Yeah, I'm a sicko. I go back and I watch games 3 times. And yeah, they pretty much held the Bucs every play. Vita Vea, I mean, that guard had more tackles than Devin White that night. He could not stop Vita Vea without tackling him. JPP got drugged down by the shoulder pads 3 or 4 times. Shaq was getting hugged by the tackle all night long. Devin White hitting the A-gap, got tackled by Ezekiel Elliott on a play. So, yeah, they were holding pretty bad. I mean, they had to, or Dak would have died. They know that. So, besides the holding, they had a great game plan. Dak was good. He was very good. So, the Cowboys played their ass off, and they still lost. That's the positive right there, Bucs fans, okay? 2 years ago, the Bucs play that same Cowboys team, and we lose that game 10 out of 10 times because we throw a pick 6 in the 4th quarter trying to come back, or we have a kicker that goes shanky McShank on the winning field goal. We've seen it too many times. Good teams find a way to win when they're not having the best night, and that's what the Bucs did. So am I freaking out? Nah, not freaking out at all. Agreed. They held all night. See, this guy's got eyes. He saw it. I mean, it was bad. It was bad enough for me to kind of lose my shit a few times. So, I understand there's going to be holding. It happens, and you're going to get away with it sometimes. The Bucs do it. I mean, it's going to happen. Naturally, you got two, gigantic 350-pound dudes smashing into each other, and it's not a gay porn. It's football. And naturally, you're gonna grab each other a little bit. But I mean, you saw the screenshots. You've seen replays people posted on Twitter and everything else. Like, they were legit tackling our defensive linemen. So, don't freak out. Our front seven is still the best in the NFL, and I don't know how you can argue that they're not. So, want to know. That's what matters. We are want to know. We are sitting, tied with New Orleans and Carolina in our division right now, and getting ready to face the Atlanta Falcons. Before we get to talking about the Falcons, I would like to present to you this week's song that I created about the Falcons. And hopefully I'll figure out how to... Oh, look, there it is right there. All righty. Enjoy. I'll mute myself. Georgia went down to Florida, and they were looking for a game to steal. They were in a bind and a game behind, and 0-2 was looking real. When they came across 53 bad dudes who haven't lost a game in 10 months, then one of them dirty birds spoke up and said, "Boys, let me tell you what. Guess you didn't know it, but we're a football team too. And if you have a really bad game, we just might score on you. Now, you guys are Super Bowl champs. Yeah, you're pretty good and all. But we're from ATL, and we're raising hell, and we're ready to play some ball." This man said, "My name's Tommy, and I throw trophies boat to boat. I thought I showed you boys 4 years ago that I'm the goddamn GOAT."
Tommy, huddle up them boys and tell them LFG, 'cause hell's broke loose in Tampa like the birds have never seen. Now swing the rock and watch them drop, and when that whistle blows, Tampa Bay Bucs will be 2-0.
Brady dropping, going, throws a caught ball, Chris Godwin, touchdown Tampa Bay.
The Falcons won the toss, and Ryan said, "I'll start this time." By the time the center snapped the ball, Vita Vea crossed the line. He tried to scramble to his right before he took that hit. Next thing you know, old JPP put a strip sack on that bitch.
I got your back. I got your back on that nigga. Let's go. Hey, boom. Let's get started, man. We're always turn up now. And everybody, man, just have them brothers back, man. So that's what we playing for, all right?
Tommy looked at Matt and said, "Don't be afraid to punt. Now sit down on that bench right there and let me show you how it's done."
1st and 10 and Rojo run. 2nd and 6, green shotgun. Tommy look deep, throw, Tom throw. He's all alone in the end zone.
For the end zone, touchdown for the Bucs, Antonio Brown.
The Falcons bowed their head when they knew that they were beat. You see him frown as the clock went down and Tommy took a knee. Tommy said, "Now fly away, little birds, and make sure you take note. We'll kick your ass December 5th, 'cause I'm the goddamn GOAT."
Run to your Bucs, Falcons, run. Got burned by the Bucs in the Florida sun. Take your brother, take us home. You can watch the Bucs in the Super Bowl.
Bootleg roll by Brady, rolling Brady, throws it. They score, ball, touchdown Tampa Bay. Holy guacamole. Gronkowski spikes and fires a cannon.
Oh, there you go. I just put that up on YouTube. So, yeah, it was okay. I had a couple of, like I said, the harmony tracks. I didn't match them up quite that well, but man, I didn't want to spend 8 hours doing this thing. I got a lot of stuff going on. I got to produce a radio show tonight. Besides doing this, so that was fun though. What's up, Justin? How are you, pal? Look at this guy. Yeah, that was fun to do though. I'm looking forward to doing a song about every team we play. So I was trying to think of something with Falcons or Birds or something, and then something just came over me. I was like, instead of the Devil going to Georgia came down to Florida. Yeah, baby. What is the YouTube channel? I'm actually using a brand new one that's only got a couple of, it's an old one that I'm revitalizing that only has a couple of things on it. And I believe it's under just my name, Johnny Bell. So if you look it up, that's probably how you'll find it. I don't know. I'm going to post this YouTube video on my page. And of course, Bucs Report's going to post it too. So you'll be able to just click on the YouTube video later and subscribe to the page there. It'd be awesome if you subscribe. That'd be nice. I didn't even think about asking people to subscribe last week, but that would be great if you could do that. That would be fantastic. I appreciate all the support you give me on pretty much everything, whether it's, Facebook or TikTok or, everything I'm doing. I do appreciate that. I do have, some people interested in sponsoring this show. But if you're somebody that has a business here in Tampa or wherever, and you want to hop on and be a sponsor of Out of Bounds with Johnny B, nominated and not sure yet if I won a Best of the Bay, but we'll find out. Emails haven't went out yet. Fingers crossed, man. I really want it for Bucs fans. I really want it for Bucs Report. That'd be really, really cool if that happens. So all the support is absolutely appreciated. Really, really do like it. Look at this guy. Speaking of local entrepreneurs, this guy's one of my faves, Chris Hollywood. If you guys ever need any video production done for your business, this is what this guy does. Aeronautical, look him up. This guy, he is the man. He is absolutely the best, man. Drone stuff, everything you could think of, man. He's got it all. I love this guy. And he's funny. And his TikTok is insane. It really is. It's this guy's a nut job, just like me. All right, let's talk Falcons, man. You guys want to talk Falcons? Sunday, 4:05 kickoff, Raymond James Stadium. I'm excited because it's Bucs football, and it should be a fun game to watch from pretty much every possible way. And I don't want to get all braggadocious. I don't want to jinx the team. I know how people are. I don't want to freak anybody out. But yeah, this shouldn't be a big challenge for the Bucs. But before we do that, before we get into that, I got to do this. I got to do a meltdown before I forget. And this is probably not going to sit well with some people. Okay. My meltdown, something that's really, really been just sticking in my crawl for a few days now. I'm not mad that Jameis Winston had a good game against the Packers, whose quarterback has totally given up on this team in week one. He doesn't want to be there, but I digress. I'm not mad that Jameis had a good game. What am I mad about? I'm mad about Bucs fans rooting for Jameis Winston. I root for Jameis Winston. I want to see him do well. Hey, no. Not while that guy is wearing a Saints uniform. You can't root for anybody wearing a Saints uniform if you're a Bucs fan. I don't care if it's your child. I don't care if you raised this baby up and had him tackling trees and chasing cars down the road and just completely abusing this child and forming him into some mega athlete. And you go out there and you pop open your lawn chair on the sideline and watch this kid practice all the way through youth football and then high school. You make sure you don't miss a game. And you post all over Facebook how great this kid is. And then somehow he makes it to college football. And he has a great college career. And he's drafted. Oh, my God, he's drafted. And somehow he ends up with the Saints. But you're a Bucs fan. You don't root for your kid anymore. Until that kid gets traded or cut or goes to another division, you don't root for him. So I don't care how much you like Jameis, his stupid, corny, buggy eyes every time he talks. He plays for the Saints. I don't care if he was your neighbor when he lived here. He plays for the Saints. So I don't want to hear any more shit. You people, he's on my fantasy football team because I have a special place in my heart. Hey, no, you don't. You don't have a special place in your heart. Or just burn your buck shit and hit the road, Jack. I-75, I-10, swerve on over, baby. As soon as you make it through Gulfport and Biloxi, you'll see the sign so you can drive over Lake Pontchartrain. Get yourself a nice crib in New Orleans where it smells like puke and piss. Then buy yourself a Jameis jersey and root for Jameis. But not here. Not as a Bucs fan. Quite sick of it. I root for Jameis. I like to see him do well. No, you don't. Remember when Warwick Dunn, did he go back to the Falcons? Or did he go? Yeah, I knew he went to the Falcons. I didn't root for Warwick Dunn. And I love Warwick Dunn. No. You don't do it. I feel better. Johnny Dean, good point. Rent is real cheap in Slidell. I've been to Slidell. Let's just look. And this has nothing to do with what these poor people have been through with this last hurricane. Look, my heart does go out to these poor people that are dealing with natural disasters. But the state of Louisiana as a whole, and I've been there a lot, okay? Not a lot of good to take away from it. I mean, Baton Rouge is kind of cool, you know, but there's some horrible parts of Louisiana. I mean, I almost died in Shreveport just driving through the place. Horrible place. Hey, Ernest, what's up, dude? I mean, we can argue. I mean, how can you support both if you're a Bucs fan? You can't. Look, I'm not saying hate Jameis Winston as a person, okay? I like Jameis for a long time, but he's a Saint. He plays for New Orleans. So we can't root for Jameis. You know what I'm saying. You know what I mean? I think you know what I mean. I want you to know what I mean. What about Duck? Is Duck Dynasty in New Orleans? Is that Louisiana? I know Swamp People is in Louisiana. And I liked that show for, I don't know, about 6 months until I figured out they were probably shooting the same alligator every damn episode. I don't know if you saw it, you know, shoot him, Jacob, shoot him. And I was excited. I'm like, oh, man, this is cool. You know, these guys are out here in the swamp being men and shit, you know. And then it got to where every time they had to shoot this big alligator, and they give it some crazy Goliath name, some fictional name. You know, it's always some 14-foot alligator that they had to get at the end of each episode. I call this one Godzilla. This one's Godzilla. I gotta catch him. And then they would do this slow-mo with the gun and the water splashing, and it was the same scene. There was the same damn scene. I mean, that's the most predictable show ever. Guess what? They're gonna get the gator at the end of the show. Good Lord, have mercy. Oh, we have Saints fans jumping in the chat. Welcome, Saints fans. All right. You're 1-0. Congratulations. You have a great offensive line. Look, I was impressed, okay, with a lot that the Saints did on Sunday. It kind of made me excited that this can be a fun year. I really thought with them losing Breeze and, some of the other stuff that they had going on with the legal issues and things like that with the team, I thought, you guys were going to suck a little bit, like maybe fall off. But, look pretty good. So now this is going to be a fun season. It should be a battle right down to the end to see who wins this division. We shall see. And, yeah, Jameis looked pretty solid on Sunday. Let's see what happens, though. We're Bucs fans, all right? You New Orleans fans, you didn't live what we lived through, where you go, wow, this guy's great. And then the next week, ouch, it hurts. It's like an abusive relationship. You're like, they really love me. Oh, no, they're punching me in the face again when nobody's around. Yeah, not good. Not good at all. All right, I want to talk predictions for this week against the Falcons. And you Saints fans, stick around because we're going to talk about the Falcons. You should be thinking about the Falcons too. Absolutely. Yeah, I'm talking to you, Levi. That's an adorable picture. I'm going to tell you right now, that's an adorable picture. It really is. Yeah, so let's talk about the Falcons. Let's talk about this game, what you think, your predictions. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see what you think. I'm going to tell you my prediction for defensive MVP first. Let's do that. And I want to see yours in the chat. Hop in. I want to know what you think as far as who's going to stand out for the Bucs defense against an Atlanta team that didn't score a touchdown last week. They scored 6 points against the Philadelphia Eagles. All right. So, what do you think? Who's going to be the standout player for the Bucs? I'm going to wait on mine because I want to see what you guys say. And then I'll give you mine and my reasons why. And mine has a little history behind it. That's right. That's right, Chris. Shoot him. Shoot him in the head. That little quarter-sized little hole on the side of the alligator's head. Adorable. Adorable. How did PETA never... Anyway. Oh, no. What are you doing, Chris? We don't go Eagles on this show. Ugh. All right. Well, I'm getting score predictions. I don't want score predictions right now, Will. We'll do that soon. I want to know who's going to be the defensive MVP. Johnny Dean, Bucs Report's own, Antoine Winfield. He wants to make up for Thursday. Was he that bad Thursday? I don't know. I guess he kind of helped pop SMB's elbow out of socket. Wasn't his fault, but yeah, look, I think Antoine Winfield doesn't need motivation to play great. That guy wants to play great every single game. It's part of his lineage. So that's not a bad prediction, though. Not bad. I'll take it. I'll tell you who I think. And it's another guy that probably feels like he had a lackluster performance against the Cowboys. Although he had a lot of tackles, he was out of place a couple of times on some passes. And that is my favorite Buccaneer, Devin White. Number 45. Look, let me tell you why I think Devin White will be the MVP on Sunday. I don't know if you remember the last time we played the Falcons. In Atlanta, that game? Not the one here that was like, it didn't matter. When we played them in Atlanta, where we had to win that game. Devin White was an animal. An absolute beast. 12 tackles, 3 sacks from a middle linebacker. He basically took over that game in the second half on the defensive side of the ball. Brady did his thing on the offensive side of the ball, but Devin White did his thing against the Falcons, and I expect that this Sunday. I think Devin White is pissed off not for his own performance, but the defense as a whole. They feel like They were underwhelming. They have a lot of pride. They think they're the best defense in the league. They're very confident that they are. So they're going to come out and they're going to try to smash. And with that, I think Devin White's the guy. I wouldn't be surprised if he had a couple of sacks, maybe a pick. But yeah, that's my prediction for Devin White. Yeah, see, Bryce says he had an average game. Yeah, but he's not an average guy. And I'm okay with him having an average game once in a while if the Bucs win. But you think Devin White is? Hell no. Nah. And look, everybody's talking about Vita Vea. Will, I've been a Vita Vea guy from day one since draft day. Like, I love Vita Vea. And yeah, I think he could possibly be the MVP. I mean, everybody was talking about, Vita Vea last week because of, these replays of him driving the center all the way back into Dak Prescott. I don't even remember the center's name. That's how insignificant Vita Vea made him look. And this guy, a lot of those replays too, to support what I was saying at the beginning of the show about the holding. If you notice, some of these highlight reels, the center is hugging him like a long lost bud. Like, while Vita Vea is driving this dude backwards like a shopping cart at Publix, he's hugging Vita like, oh, Lord Jesus, please, I'm flying into Dak Prescott. Yeah, Vita Vea is a monster. He's a physical just freak is what he is. 347 pounds and runs like a big, giant gazelle. I mean, the guy was a running back in high school. Go check out some of that footage on YouTube if you want to laugh and be excited at the same time. But yeah, Vita Vea, I don't think he's going to be the MVP only because, defensive linemen don't really make too many splash plays. I mean, he's going to stuff the middle of the line. He's going to be a disruptor, but he's going to flush people into the outside linebackers so they get the glory. That's just how that works. But man, I love Vita Vea. I love that combination of him and Sue in the middle of that line. It's a big reason why the Bucs have the best run defense in the league. I mean, I don't know statistically if they're still there, but they're the best run defense in the league. I think everybody knows that. The Bucs win this game, but it'll be a lot closer than the Eagles and Falcons game, division rival. Okay, we're not to that part yet, Kyle, but you know what? I can agree that divisional games are usually a lot closer. They know their opponent. They're very familiar with how they play. But I have a feeling the Falcons suck a lot more this year. I hated what they did. I loved it as a Bucs fan, but evaluating what they did in the draft, I thought they were pretty bad. They had a really bad D- draft grade on most people's boards. Yeah, they got Kyle Pitts. This guy is a stud, but they needed offensive linemen, especially in a division with the Bucs and the Saints, and people to have a really strong defensive line and strong outside linebackers. I don't think the Falcons did themselves any favors. So they're going to be playing from behind. They're going to need to score a lot. And what are their offensive weapons? Your number one receiver is Calvin Ridley. Sure, he's good, but he's not better than the first three receivers for the Bucs. Just isn't. So I'm not impressed by them. And I don't, with all due respect, Kyle, I don't think it's going to be close. I really don't. I think it's, the last time we played them, when we dropped 40-something points on them in a game that really didn't matter. That was just a warm-up game before the playoffs. So, yeah, it should be nasty. Coming from a Bears fan, I will say Matt Ryan needs a new environment. That time is done for him. Yeah, he does. He needs a new environment. Look, I've always respected Matt Ryan as a quarterback. I'm not going to talk crap about Matt Ryan. He's really, really solid. The guy can play football, but he plays for a crap organization. I said this for years with Matt Stafford in Detroit. And unlike Barry Sanders and Calvin Johnson and all these guys that never escaped Detroit, Matt Stafford went to a good team. And I don't know if you saw what they did the other night. So against the Bears, Matt Stafford looked ridiculous. So yeah, Matt Ryan does need a change of scenery. And I really thought that maybe the Atlanta would give that to him and maybe they would go out and try to start rebuilding and go with some youth at quarterback too. But I don't know what Atlanta's doing. I don't know. Hey, look, good. I'm glad. What was the news on 23? Will he be there this week? Oh, SMB? He will be there, but he'll be on the sideline with his arm in a sling. So last reports, Sean Murphy Bunting probably going to be out 3 to 5 weeks is what they're saying. He dislocated his elbow. His elbow actually popped out. They popped it back in. Anytime that happens, there's ligaments and things that need to heal up. So no structural damage though. So it could have been worse. It could have been a broken arm, which is what it looked like last Thursday night. So he should be back on the field within a month probably, but that's a big missing piece. So we're going to have, Russ Cockrell and Andrew Adams. These guys are going to have to step up and play. But I'm pretty confident in our coaching staff that they'll have these guys ready to go. So don't fret. It's also the Atlanta Falcons, okay? I know everybody's like, oh, what's going to happen? How are we going to cover Kyle Pitts? Well, it's hard to throw the ball when you're on your back. And unless, the referees let them tackle our defensive linemen the way they did last week, I don't think we're going to have a hard time at all getting to Matt Ryan. I mean, they got to him pretty bad last year. Devin White. Matt Ryan, R.I.P. R.I.P. It's going to be a bad day for you, bud. It's going to be a real bad day. That's why Devin White's my MVP on defense. Let's switch to offense, Bucs fans. Offense. Who's your MVP on offense for this week? Who's going to shine against that Atlanta defense? It looked pretty shaky. Now, I will say this. The Eagles look pretty good. Ugh, God. Ugh. I don't even like saying that out loud. Ugh. Yeah, they did, though. They did. Yeah, Jalen Hurts could be the real deal. Like he looks solid. But I don't make any real judgments on the first week of football. I need a little bit more game tape. All right. I'll start really having some opinions on people after week 4 and 5. Let's stack up some game tape for Daddy. Same thing with Jameis with the Saints. Everybody's freaking out. He's going to be the MVP of the league. Pump the brakes. Let's give this guy a chance to screw up a little bit. Not saying I think he will. Let's just see what happens. Johnny Dean. Mike Evans should have a great game versus the Falcons. Look, I think we all want that to happen. I think he had one of those rare games where he had, 3 catches, 24 yards. That's what I'm thinking off the top of my head. I think that's his stats. And I know a couple of the passes that he dropped were tipped before they got to him. I don't care if they're tipped before they got to him. Mike's got to catch those. You are one of the best receivers in the world, okay? You got to catch the ones that you can touch, even if they're deflected. You're Mike Evans. You know what I mean? You're not some scrub. You're the man, Mike. But everybody has an off day once in a while. So I'm not worried about Mike Evans, but you're right, Johnny. This guy's probably pissed off, and he probably wants that rock. And one thing Brady is good at, he's good at giving the ball to his receivers when they have something to prove. When they're trying to, meet incentives on their contract or, break an NFL record for the most consecutive 1,000-yard seasons. Brady's pretty good about taking care of his receivers. So I'm sure Mike Evans all this week was like, give me the damn rock, Tommy. Give me the rock. And Tommy's like, you got it, buddy. It's my best Tom Brady. So, yeah, I would not be shocked if Evans had a good game. I'll give you mine in a second. Mine's going to shock you. I got my guy, playoff Lenny. Miles Sanders had a great game against the Falcons. Miles Sanders, I think, is better than people think, too. And the Falcons ran some great blocking schemes. I went back and watched a lot of the highlights from that game, and it was pretty impressive. Some of the pull blocking and some of the traps they did. As an ex-offensive lineman back in the 80s in high school, I can appreciate a good pull block from a center or guard, and I really like a guard trap. That's where you got two linemen and just kind of crisscross and blindside a defensive lineman. It's an old school kind of offensive technique, but man, they're bringing back all the shit. It's nice. God, don't make me talk good about the Eagle. All right. Hate them so much. Rojo's getting the start. I don't know. This is just like headline fodder. It doesn't matter with the Bucs, okay? You know, it was all over all the NFL Network tickers and everything else. Like, oh, Ronald Jones has been announced as the start. It doesn't matter, okay? Who gets the ball first? It doesn't. You could be the start. You could get the ball first for the Bucs and then not see the ball again after the second quarter. It doesn't matter. Just be there when your name is called, when your number is called, and hopefully you have a good game. But yeah, obviously Leonard Fournette could have a great game. Rojo could have a great game. Bernard could have a good game. Who knows? As long as somebody runs the ball well, I don't care. I don't care if we run the ball at all. Just beat these bitches. That's all I care about. First week of the NFL is always a liar. Yeah, couldn't have said it better. All right, you ready for my MVP? It's going to blow your mind, baby. Who's going to be the best offensive player on the field this Sunday against the Falcons? Oh, my God. Woo! Woo-hoo-hoo. Oh, man, this is going to freak you out. All right, you ready? Tom Brady. Tom Brady. Yeah, he's our offensive MVP. Every week. Tom Brady. 727-592-8518. It's Tom Brady. I want to hear bold predictions for Sunday. Oh, man, what an idiot. I made art for all this stuff, and I forgot. Look, defensive MVP. I made a thing. And I didn't even put it up here. You fat jerk. I did work. I did graphic artwork, and I didn't even put it up. I need a producer. I suck. Look, I made one for offensive MVP. This shit looks nice. Damn it. I'm late. What a jack off. Moron. All right, I'm better. Let's do bold predictions. You wanna? Okay. Look, I made one for that too. It's a magic 8-ball, and it says out of bounds on the triangle. You think that shit is easy? Hell no. I have a degree in art. I mean, it looks okay. What is your bold prediction? Something crazy that might happen this Sunday when the Bucs face the Falcons at Raymond James. I have one. I want to hear yours. I know, man. I know. I worked hard. And here, yeah, I made a song. I created graphics. I just want to be somebody someday, so somebody will do this crap for me. I don't know. I'm going to give you my bold prediction for this Sunday. Something crazy. Are you ready? Before that, Mike Evans, 130 yards. That's pretty bold. I like it, Eddie, and I would not be shocked at all. What do I know about the cornerback we picked? Yeah, we signed somebody to the practice squad the last I looked, unless something happened today that I didn't see. But, look, it's not that big a deal. Russ Cockrell's going to do fine. I like him. We'll have SMB back soon. No, would I be shocked if the Bucs went out and made a trade for a corner? Maybe. You know who I don't want? Richard Sherman. I see people rolling around in social media about sign Richard Sherman. That guy don't play for a team now for a reason. I mean, he's a Hall of Famer. He will be in the Hall of Fame, I think. But his last year in football, he sucked pretty bad. So sorry, Richard Sherman. We don't need you here, buddy. We don't need your veteran presence It's fine. A journeyman cornerback would be great. I agree, Johnny, but just not Richard Sherman. There's other guys out there that we could grab up. Another bold prediction: 3 rushing TDs. Yeah, I mean, that's bold, but very believable. Very believable. I could see that. I could see Brady getting one on a QB sneak close to the goal line. I could see, maybe an end around to a Chris Godwin for a rushing TD, or maybe Rojo or Fournette or both just go off because the Eagles ran the ball willy-nilly on the Falcons. So, no, the guy we picked up is a journeyman cornerback. Okay. All right. I'll go look. Like I said, I'm be dead honest. I haven't even looked at any of the transactions today. I've been doing all kinds of stuff today. So, yeah. And look, Steve agrees with me about Sherman. Thank you, Steve. I mean, it's just go look at his stats from his last. I don't think he played. I think maybe a few games last year, but I did. I went back when I saw he wasn't signed and kind of looked at his stats because I had like a little fantasy there, like, oh, that'd be cool to see him in a Bucs uniform. That's first thing we think as Bucs fans. Whenever somebody gets cut, we go, oh, pick him up. Even if we don't need him. Oh, pick him up like a quarterback. No, don't. All right. It's not going to help the team. It's not going to help the team. My bold prediction for this Sunday: the Bucs will get a touchdown from a defensive player, but not on defense. The Bucs are going to get a touchdown from a defensive player on offense. Yes, and that might be where one of these rushing touchdowns come from, Sean. My prediction, and I'm thinking of 2 people. I'm thinking Vita Vea at the goal line or Joe Tryon. Yeah. In training camp, they were kind of running that guy all over the field. And he scored a touchdown in training camp. I believe it was a fake field goal, if I'm not mistaken. But look for Joe Tryon. They may want to use him some other ways. He's that good of an athlete. So he's also not a full-time defensive player. So fresh legs, you bring him in, special teams, or maybe even on offense. Who knows? I just have a weird feeling we're going to be kicking their ass so bad that we might get creative and just put Vita Vea in for goal line and Rhino package and just give them the ball. Let them run it in, or maybe play action and throw them a little touchdown. I think Jameis did that his rookie year. So my bold prediction, defensive player scores an offensive touchdown. We'll see. We'll see if that happens. I don't know. Yes. He agreed with Johnny Dean. Johnny Dean, you're making a lot of good points today, my friend, and a lot of people are agreeing with you. So good on you. Here's one. Joe Tryon, 2 sacks, 1 forced fumble. Okay, look, I'm never going to doubt Joe Tryon. I know he's a rookie. We're not supposed to get excited about rookies. I know he's getting part-time playing and all that, but this is one of those games that if the Bucs are winning by 3 touchdowns at halftime, they may just give this guy a ton of snaps in the second half. And if the Falcons are losing, they're going to have to drop back the pass. And there you go. That's how 2 sacks and a forced fumble can happen. So I'm excited about it. I know you guys are excited about Bucs football. We're 1-0. We had a rough game against the Cowboys and still won the game. I mean, the biggest meme of the week is Tom Brady's face with, a minute and 20 something seconds left when they showed his face, and it was part focus, part pissed off, part there's no way you're going to stop me from winning this game kind of face. It's something we haven't had here in this city with our football team ever at quarterback. Somebody with that kind of confidence. And that's not taking away anything from Brad Johnson and some of, Doug Williams, some of the great quarterbacks we've had in the past. He's just different. We know. When Tom Brady looks at you, it hits different. He's the GOAT. He's the GOAT. If you didn't hear it in my song, then go back and listen to it again. Tom Brady is the GOAT. And it's really, really nice to have him here. How about Aaron Rodgers walks away? They get blown out by the Lions. Ooh, that's going to be exciting to watch before we wrap this show up. You're right, Dean. I'm excited to see how Green Bay looks against the Lions. That is a great litmus test to see if they're really wanting to play for these coaches. If the team gives up because they know that their stupid 90s alternative rock band lead singer looking quarterback is already given up or never even was in it from the get-go. None of us thought he was going to play for Green Bay this year. Like, he wanted out, and then somehow he's still in. And then he played that game Sunday, his worst statistical game of his NFL career. I don't think that's an accident. I think he doesn't want to be there, and maybe he's trying to induce a trade. I don't know. I gotta be honest. If I was the Falcons, I would be on the phone with people and making a trade. I mean, I would trade Aaron Rodgers straight up for Deshaun Watson from Houston if I was Green Bay, even with his legal issues. I'm just saying. The Cowboys threw everything they had at us to try to win that game. We got all they had to give. It wouldn't surprise me if they went through their entire playbook in that game. I want to read Johnny Dean's chats as Morgan Freeman. They're very profound. The Cowboys, I can't do Morgan Freeman, but you know what I'm saying. Guess that's it. Guess we'll wrap her up. It's been fun. Once again, the show is growing every week. I'm working on things. Remember, if you would like to sponsor the show, slide into my DMs. We can talk about it. Put your dumb logo right there. Wouldn't that be fun? I think so. Next week, I'm going to make sure I hit the stupid overlays like this that I forgot to during the segment. Fat idiot. This Sunday, 4:05, baby. Bucs versus Falcons. Excited. I think I'm going to be at the game. I think I'm going to be tailgating with the radio station. If I'm not mistaken, I think that might be happening. So if I see you guys there, it'll be nice. Say hi to my friend Keith. If you see him, he'll probably be at the game. Say hi to my friends, Tommy and Robbie. Hopefully they get some tutties. Appreciate you guys. I'm going to go, I think. Yeah. I think I'll go. Hey, it's been fun. Have a great, great evening and a great rest of your week. I'll be on 102.5 The Bone, 10 o'clock tonight if you want to tune in live. If not, I'll be doing stand-up comedy this Friday in Apollo Beach, baby! Check out my schedule, JohnnyBComedy.com has my calendar on there. Come see me. This Friday show in Apollo Beach at Four Stacks Brewing is free. So come on out, enjoy the show. Get there early if you want a seat, though. And once again, hit me up on all the social media. Everything's Johnny B Tampa except for Twitter is Johnny B Comedy. Follow me. I'll follow you back. You're a Bucs fan. If you got any Saints shit on your stuff, I will not follow you. Even though most of their fans are following me because they hate my guts. I love it. All righty. That's it. Seriously, I got to go. I'm in between meals. This is stupid. You guys are cool. Have a great day. Bye-bye. Now, for real, I'm going. I'm going. All right. I'll go. Oh, you want the song one more time? I can do the song one more time. Sure. If you want me to. Okay. Let's do it.
Georgia went down to Florida, and they were looking for a game to steal. They were in a bind and a game behind, and 0-2 was looking real. When they came across 53 bad dudes who haven't lost a game in 10 months, then one of them dirty birds spoke up and said, boys, let me tell you what. Guess you didn't know it, but we're a football team too. And if you have a really bad game, we just might score on you. Now, you guys are Super Bowl champs. Yeah, you're pretty good and all. But we're from ATL, and we're raising hell, and we're ready to play some ball. This man said, my name's Tommy, and I throw trophies boat to boat. I thought I showed you boys 4 years ago that I'm the goddamn
Tommy, huddle up them boys and tell them LFG. Cause hell's broke loose in Tampa like the birds have never seen. Now swing the rock and watch them dropping when that whistle blows. Tampa Bay Bucs will be 2-0.
Brady dropping, going, caught ball, Chris Godwin, touchdown Tampa Bay.
The Falcons won the toss, and Ryan said, I'll start this time. By the time the center snapped the ball, Vita Vea crossed the line. He tried to scramble to his right before he took that hit. Next thing you know, old JPP put a strip sack on that bitch.
I got your back. I got your back on that nigga. Let's go. Boom. Let's get started, man. Well, wait, turn up. Now. And everybody make it sound like a back, man. That's what we're playing for, all right?
Tommy looked at Matt and said, don't be afraid to punt. Now sit down on that bench right there and let me show you how it's done.
1st and 10 and Rojo run. 2nd and 6, green shotgun. Time to look deep, throw, Tom throw. He's all alone in the end zone.
For the end zone. Touchdown for the Bucs, Antonio Brown.
The Falcons bowed their head when they knew that they were beat. You see him frown as the clock went down and Tommy took a knee. Tommy said, now fly away, little birds, and make sure you take note. We'll kick your ass December 5th because I'm the goddamn goat.
Run to your Bucs, Falcons, run. Got burned by the Bucs in the Florida sun. Take your brother, take your ass home. You can watch the Bucs in the Super Bowl.
Bootleg roll by Brady, rolling Brady, throws it. They score, ball, touchdown Tampa Bay. Holy guacamole. Gronkowski spikes and fires the cannon.